one of the great blues in the world is actually Saint Agur. And Saint Agur is a creamy double creme blue cheese. Look at this beautiful bluing that we have, this bluish green mold. But you can see how much cream that we have. This is almost looking like a triple creme. It's so buttery and rich. This buttery richness gives a really strong ability to be able to hold up against the blue. So those of you thinking, oh my God, blue? No, this is actually one of the creamiest, most delectable blues that you'll ever come into contact with. Just a wonderful cheese. Beautiful veining here, beautiful green blue mold. Now, because it's not so strong in the bluing, it's more of a buttery cheese. We are able to pair it up pretty reasonably, pretty easy. And one of our choices is a Rodney Strong, and this is a Cabernet Sauvignon. This Cabernet Sauvignon has a lot of dark fruit to it, a little bit of cherry also, that works very well with the wonderful buttery flavors of this cheese. And that's one of the things you have to take in consideration is all that butter that you have. Now, it also has a hint of earthiness to it, and that earthiness allows it to give it a really nice balance between the bluing flavor, and those wonderful bluing flavors pair up very well with this. Also, something that's earthy, grassy, that also works well is the Kenwood Sauvignon Blanc. Kenwood Sauvignon Blancs have a nice citrus note that helps tone down a little bit of that buttery flavor, but the earthy grassiness goes really well with the wonderful flavors of the bluing. If you want to get into something a little bit more traditional, this David Bruce Petite Syrah. This has got a tremendous amount of dark fruit in it, but as a Petite Syrah, it offers a little bit more of a subtlety. No tannins in here, so it doesn't really compete against the bluing. It actually accents the bluing with the wonderful berry flavors. There's also, when you want to get jinky with it, is a wonderful Ravenswood Cabernet Zinfandel. And this Zinfandel is full of fruit. Little bit of plum in there, lots of dark fruit that really goes well with the intense flavors of the butteriness. And keep in mind that without the tannins in there, it's not going to interfere with the bluing. Those are wonderful wine pairings with this beautiful double creme blue cheese. Also, we have some beer pairings, and we don't really want to overpower this. This is this Saint Agur is wonderful, creamy, buttery with a tremendous amount of bluing, but it's got a lot of subtleties. Because of the amount of butteriness that we have, it has a very powerful butter flavor that will easily overpower most of the beers. And you really don't want that. You want to have a nice balance. So the Pilsner Urquell, which is one of the original Pilsners, has a lot of hoppiness to it, but not over the top, not like an IPA. It has enough citrus and grassy notes in here that really cuts through that. But it maintains the integrity, the herbiness of the grassy notes works very well with the bluing. So you get a nice balance between the two. One doesn't overpower the other, but also there's a mild carbonation that helps clean the palate. Another wonderful beer, American beer here, is a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Kind of a classic pale ale, has some nice hoppiness to it. Again, the hoppiness helps cut through and blends with the butteriness. So it's hoppy, buttery, but also it has that grassy herbalness to it that lends itself well to the bluing. So a wonderful pairing between the two and gives you a good start. And remember that anytime that you're starting out with any of the cheeses, liking them first is really wonderful, one of the better places to start. I mean, obviously, if you're not a big fan of blue, then this wouldn't be a good pairing for you. And also take a look at the wines and look at the pairing, the combinations of the flavors. So as you know, as you look at this, wonderful flavors of the beer, wonderful flavors of the cheese.